Location didn't tell me, but had made the comment of, we took her to the middle of the pecan orchard and burned her body.
He testified calmly, but inside was still seething at Bo.
If there wasn't multiple police officers that were inside the courtroom on the day that I testified on the stand, I probably would have ripped them apart with my hands.
But McCullough wasn't the only witness who gave details about Tara's death.
Do you swear from testimony before this jury that
Janice Polk's former employee, Garland Lott, told the court he had overheard that 2005 conversation between Ryan and Bo at a party in the same pecan orchard where Tara's body had been burned. He wasn't sure who said what.
The statement that I recall was, we killed and burned her body, basically.
Any doubt in your mind, however, that you heard these two people laughing about killing and burning Tara Grinstead's body?
No.
Garland says after he reported this to Janice Polk, he was never formally interviewed by anyone from law enforcement.
It sounds like you're saying you assumed it was handled by law enforcement?
I assumed it was handled by law enforcement, yes.
Okay.
And in this trial, Agent Gary Rothwell finally explained what happened with those tips.
We thought that lead had been addressed by local law enforcement as unfounded and did not follow up.
In cross-examination, Rothwell added that he takes responsibility for the GBI lapse.
It's something we should have followed up, but we didn't.
It took a jury less than an hour to convict Bo Dukes on all charges. His hope for mercy was dashed. At his sentencing, Tara Grinstead's stepmother, Connie, addressed the court.
He knew she was never coming back. He could have at least told us that, but he didn't. And the reason he knew she wasn't coming back is because he had put load after load of wood on her body and burned her.
And Bo Dukes himself spoke directly to Tara's family.
To the Tara Grinstead family, I'm truly sorry. Your long suffering has been unimaginable.
Bo was sentenced to 25 years in prison. But Maria and others still have questions as to what really happened and whether Bo's statements were true. As Bo told it,
Ryan did the killing and all I did was help him dispose of the body.
I don't believe that.
She points to discrepancies between Ryan's version of events and Bo's. Ryan told the GBI he killed Tara by striking her. Later, he said it was possible that he choked her. But Bo says Ryan was certain about what happened.
He jumped on her while she was in bed and strangled her right there in her bed.
And there were other inconsistencies.
One said she had clothes on, the other said she did not. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Maria believes those discrepancies may have a sinister explanation, that Bo Dukes had more to do with Tara's murder than either he or Ryan have said.
I believe that Ryan and Bo Duke were both in this together.
And she's not alone in believing Bo Dukes helped burn a body, not just to protect his friend.
You believe that Bo did this to protect himself?
Oh, absolutely.
In covering up Tara Grinstead's murder, some people involved in this case believe he played a much larger role. Maria Woods Harbor thinks Bo was with his friend Ryan here at Tara's house the night of her murder.
I think Bo had more to do with it, yes.
So too does this man, forensic investigator Maurice Godwin, who was hired by Tara's sister in 2006.
I'm headed to Tara Grinstead's house where she disappeared.
Back then, Godwin canvassed Tara's neighborhood and found two teenagers who said they saw strangers outside Tara's house the night she disappeared.
that they saw two men on the right side of Tara's bedroom windows to the right side of her house. Said it was just dark.
It was dark, but two men were standing out here by that bush?
By that bush.
And who do you believe those two men were?
Bo and Ryan.
Police have never corroborated that sighting. Godwin speculates Tara was targeted by the two men, but not for money.
Do you believe this was a planned sexual attack?
Absolutely. I believe they sexually assaulted her in that bedroom.
Which is why Godwin believes Tara's body ended up in the pecan orchard.
And they had to burn the body in order to destroy the forensic evidence.
Maria has also concluded that sexual assault was most likely the motive.
They both went in her house, they both assaulted her, and they both planned it.
In public statements, Bo's attorney has denied that, but Maria believes that Bo was just as involved in Tara's death as Ryan allegedly was.
If you look at Bo's history since that happened, yes, I definitely believe that Bo had more to do with the planning and the execution.
Maria is referring to an incident where Bo Dukes was arrested for rape and kidnapping while he was free on bond before his trial in the Grinstead case.
The Warner Robins Police Department says on Tuesday afternoon, Dukes brought two women to the house and threatened them with a firearm.
He pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial.
Everything narcissistic. Everything revolves around what he wants and when he wants it.
But Janice Polk continues to believe what Ryan told the GBI.
Do you believe Ryan Duke acted alone?
I believe what he said he did.
Ryan's confession, where he admitted killing Tara, suggests his trial will be an open and shut case. But in yet another twist in this baffling murder, Ryan's attorneys have said publicly that he will recant his confession at his upcoming trial, claiming he was high on drugs and place all the blame on Bo.
I have been told that Ryan's defense team will argue that he gave a false confession and that Bo was actually responsible for Tara's death.
For all that has transpired over the past 15 years, closure is still elusive for everyone involved.
I've had to come to a conclusion that I'm just going to have to live the rest of my life not knowing.
But there is no question that in her short and impactful life, Tara Grinstead touched people in rare ways, even those who never met her, like John McCullough.
I can't explain it. And wish I could have been there whenever it happened, so that way I could do something.
She's been an inspiration. She had a lot of life ahead of her. She brought great things to Irwin County High School. And I would hope that eventually the word Tara Grinstead will be a bright spot, because she did bring a lot of good things to Ocilla.
Ocilla was Tara's life. That's where she set her roots, and that's where she wanted to stay and where she wanted to be.